Hey guys, Brett's Property Rants here. So, an interesting thing, we're getting a lot more interest in offshore properties in places like Myanmar and even China, and all these sort of places which aren't really standard markets. And I think one of the problems is people are going, well, actually UK Brexit, don't want to invest there, so where else can I invest? And they're starting to look, and what's happening is people are starting to pitch properties because in the local areas they're not necessarily selling, so they're giving them to international investors. And I think one of the problems that you're going to face with there is you don't really know the market. And what I mean by that is, one of my big rules is you've got to know the rules of the game. Yeah, so that's the fundamental basic sort of thing. If you don't know the rules of the game of the area that you're investing in, then do not invest there. And I think the problem with places like China and Myanmar and even Vietnam and Thailand and all these sort of places, and there's some Eastern European, even though they might be EU or coming into the EU or whatever, Turkey's, Bulgaria's, all these sort of places. My concern with a lot of those is you don't understand the rules that apply to the game. You might think, well, actually, it's easy. I'm buying in a good area and it's X amount loan to value. But when you look at the terms of the loan and when you look at the market, what it does, and then you look at what the government does, and you look at the changes in the market, and you look at all these sort of things and add them up, actually what you're doing is a big gamble. And that's my concern with a lot of this sort of stuff is, if you're just doing research based on what a property expert, or effectively a salesperson, says to you, or maybe you went along to a seminar or something like that, I think you're going to be sorely disappointed with what you get in result. And actually, you may not, when you buy it, you might think it's great. And I'm seeing this with America even. The number of people who I know bought in America, we stayed right out of that market. Number of people who bought, and actually, yes, they bought at a discount, and they bought super cheap. Some of these guys are buying, 20 grand properties. It was amazing, apparently. And yet, now those 20 grand properties are in an area where you can buy properties for 5 grand. And really, yes, they're renting, but then they're also having all the problems. And then you add all the taxes ongoing on an annual basis, and also the taxes going in and out. At the end of the day, it's one of these things where if you don't know all of the rules that apply to the game, then my suggestion is stick to your home country. And what I'd say, for the most part, is don't go abroad until you've got your base built and you've got an income coming from that and you know exactly what you're doing, because otherwise you're just going to end up, creating a problem for yourself, and you may initially make money, but eventually you'll start to realize it was probably the wrong mistake. You probably should have just bought something down the road, and stuck to that. So, be careful with this, and you've got to do a massive amount of due diligence, because what you take for granted in your home country, you cannot take for granted when you go overseas. All right, guys, have a great day. Live with passion. See you later.